Aloha from the Ozarks, folks. I've got this 10 by 20 cabin just brought to my lot, and I thought I'd show it off to you. It's from our signature series, which means it's all plywood in the siding and the flooring. A cabin means it's going to have a 4-foot porch out on the front. This one has 3 windows, 1, 2, and 3. They're single pane 2 by 3 windows. Got a 9 light door. That's a standard size 36 by 80. 9 little windows. Okay, this is from our plywood the signature series, which means it's all plywood. So 5/8 inch plywood siding, 5/8 inch plywood flooring. It's all pressure treated, including our lumber, 2x4s in the walls. 2x4s are premium grade, so they're a pretty grade of lumber, and they are pressure treated, and they're 16 inches on center, which is standard for how you do walls. We double stud them every 4 feet or every third wall stud. So you got single, and then double. Okay, and that's the way it goes all the way around. And we double stud all of our frames. Door and window frames are going to be at a minimum double studded. This one has 3, but a minimum it'll be double studded. Door frames, same thing. Window frames, minimum double stud. What does that mean? It means the frame is going to stay square with the building. It's a portable building. It's going to get moved, be brought out to your site. If the other companies that you're looking at and shopping around don't double stud their door and window frames, they can't promise you that their door and windows are going to open and shut like they're supposed to once your building is delivered and leveled. Ours are going to open and shut like they're supposed to because we keep our frames square with the building because we double stud them. All right. Plus, if once it gets there and you do have an issue with the door and window, it's covered by our warranty. We will come out and find out why is that not opening and shutting like it's supposed to. We'll fix it, make it right. All right. Now let's talk about the tops of the walls. The top of the walls double studded 2x4s that are wall caps or wall headers. The bottom of the walls is single 2x4. We double stud up with the wall caps to give you a strong, sturdy place for us to mount our roof trusses to the wall caps. Okay, and we mount our roof trusses using these hurricane screws right there. Those hurricane screws, we used to use hurricane clips, but now we have these hurricane screws. They're almost twice the strength of our hurricane clips. And so that's part of the reason we are able to offer a 150-mile-an-hour wind gust certification on our buildings, and it's the way we attach our roof trusses to the tops of our walls. In a style of building like this, our roof trusses, big triangles, and the base of that triangle, the hypotenuse of the triangle, it rests on the tops of our walls where we secure them with those hurricane clips. That means that base of the roof truss acts like a floor joist, but it's above. So you have lateral stability across the top. You have lateral stability across the bottom with our floor joists. Our buildings are built better than the other companies out there. We have a stronger, more secure box of a building just because of the way we do our roof trusses and floor joists, okay? At the tops of the walls, we run a soffit vent all the way through there. So we drill holes through there to allow for airflow, and it's a covered soffit on the outside, but it allows for superior amount of airflow from the side of your building on both sides. And then the air flows up and goes out this screened in roof ridge vent that runs the entire peak of the roof. Screened in to keep out bugs and debris, but it allows for a superior amount of airflow in and out of this building compared to other companies that don't use a soffit vent or a screened in roof ridge vent. We move more air. And what that means is we get more moisture and humidity out of this building. It helps keep the temperature down, but it helps keep the moisture and humidity out, which means the stuff you put inside of this shed will stay moisture free, or it will definitely have less moisture in ours versus other companies. Okay, now it's plywood, it's pressure treated plywood on the walls and floors. Let's talk about the floors. 5/8 inch tongue and groove, so every slab is interlocked. Excuse me. Same thing is really true on our siding. They're tongue and groove too, so they're interlocked. Underneath the 5/8 inch plywood flooring, we use 2x6 floor joists, not 2x4s, but 2x6s, and they are, like our wall studs, they are 16 inches apart all the way across the floor there, okay? 16 inches apart, and they're 2x6s. They sit on top of our 4x6 runners. That's the stuff that's on the very bottom of the building, the skids, if you want to call them that. And those are 4x6 pressure treated, and they're notched out 1 inch deep. Every place a floor joist would go, it sits down in that 1 inch notch. And that's how we attach those floor joists to those runners underneath. It's the most secure base for a building that you can get for a portable building. Other companies don't do that. They might use nails or screws or lag bolts, but we notch out our runners so that our floor joists literally lock in place and sit down inside those runners. Okay, we build a superior building. Now, financing, let's talk to you about that. The cash price is always your lowest and best price. And that'll be listed on my website and my Facebook posts and on my YouTubes. I try to keep them all synchronized, but my website is sort of the standard. Go to the website, my latest pricing is going to be listed there. The pricing can change because we have different discounts that apply every month, and sometimes they even change out in the middle of the month. Plus, we also always offer a military discount to active duty and retired military, and we thank you for your service. So the cash price is always your lowest price, but rent to own is available. There's no credit check and there's no penalty to pay it off early. And that's to your advantage, actually, to pay it off early. So I always encourage my customers, if you can pay it off early, you should. And there's no penalty for doing so. Rent to own with no credit check is super duper easy. All we need is 1 month payment up front. If you do 2 months payment up front, then your next payment is not due until 90 days after the building is delivered. So you got 90 days after delivery before the next payment comes due. All right, so if you have any questions about this, let's talk about delivery before I close this out. Delivery is free within 50 miles. After 50 miles, we do have a mileage charge, okay? But the first 50 miles from my lot are free. We'll deliver the building, we'll set it up and level it, and even attempt to anchor it into the ground if your ground is suitable for anchoring. But then you gotta have some concrete blocks for us to set it on, and we can go a max height of about 2 feet, okay? We'll set up the blocks, you just need to have them there. Then we'll level the building and we will anchor it into the ground as long as your ground is suitable for anchoring, and as long as you called 811 to make sure they have certified there's no utilities in the ground where you want to anchor this building. Okay, it's a pretty simple and easy process to get into one of these buildings and get it set up and delivered. Let's get you scheduled. If this is the one you're interested in, let's reach out to me. My phone number is there on the screen. You can call me or text me. My website's right there on the screen. You can hit that up and chat with me on my chat function that's there on the website. It's really me, not a robot, not an AI chatbot. It's really me. I mean, the AI chatbot starts the conversation, but as soon as it starts it, it's really me from there on out, okay? So aloha from the Ozarks. If you have any questions, you know how to reach out to me. Bye-bye.